So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, warm ashes for trees, warm earth for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? And did you exchange or walk on part in the war for a lead role in a cage?
So here's where I'm at with my thinking so far with regards to this new project I'm working hard at the moment. I have several new cover songs to come into my solo acoustic set that will have a very full sound as a result of all this looping I've been working on. So that's all good musically. I'm pretty happy and fairly confident. But I have some issues to iron out which are all gear related. First of all, the mixing desk, my little mixing desk which I really need for this project, is on its way out, so I have to replace that, and I need something which is small, light, and has quite a lot of routing options really. My controller keyboard, I've got this Carillon, this like 2-octave one over here, which it does the job. It's great, you know, for what it is. I think maybe I could either get another small one that has drum pads on it, so I could hit the drum pads on the keyboard rather than hitting the iPad screen, because when you're using the software on the iPad, if I go into a different chunk of software and forget to go back to the drum software and have that on the screen, when I come to hit the drum pad on the screen, if I've not thought about it and reopened that software, that could be a problem. So it would be nice to have a little keyboard with drum pads on for me to just smack those and those be routed to the drum software all the time. So that could be an improvement to my show, but I can cope with what I have right now. The other thought regarding keyboards is I have this great controller keyboard which I'm going to look at right now to read to you what it's actually called, because I can never remember. It's an M-Audio key station, and it's the 88ES, so it's a big one, you know, and I kind of would like to have the big keyboard there making piano gestures to illustrate the fact that I'm talking about a keyboard. I don't know why I do that, but anyway, yeah, it's difficult to say piano without doing that. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, right, so the problem with that is it's so big that as I'm sat, it's going to take up this whole side of me here. It's going to pen me in, which is fine, but I also need the iPad in its iTrack dock on this side of me, and the mixing desk, because that's where I use them best when I'm, you know, if I need to change something on the fly, they need to be on my right. And I don't know how I'm going to get all of that gear in there while I'm in a seated position, so I think a small keyboard is going to be the way to go. The main problem that I have though, the main thing I need to sort out is the loopers. What I'm trying to do for now is do the very best I can possibly do with the two loopers that I have, which are both excellent in their own way. But I'm very aware of the RC300 looper, which has massively more capability than the two loopers I already have, and I know that I could do a far better job of this of what I'm trying to do. I could just do it better if I had that loop station, but it's very expensive and I can't afford it right now. So frustratingly, I'm working on doing the best I can with what I have, knowing that really that's what I need, and it would be nice to have it now and just be working on it with that. But there we go, that's life. And also, I think what would work well for me would be to have one of those acoustic amps that allows you to plug in a mic and a guitar. If I had a small one of those behind me and use that kind of as it would kind of be a monitor, I think, in a lot of circumstances. Basically, if I use the mixing desk to route everything into the guitar channel and plug my mic into the mic channel, because that's not going through the looper, then all the sounds that I'm making would be mixed, essentially, would be mixed in that little acoustic amp. That would be behind me so I could hear everything. On some gigs, that would be quite enough. When I'm playing a restaurant or whatever, that's all I would need to take volume-wise. On a bigger gig, I'd simply take a feed out of there into my powered top speakers that I use for my band PA and give me more volume. I think that could work really, really well for me. So I need to have a look into getting one of those too. So to my main job for today, I think I've pretty much decided what pedals I want to be on the deck in front of me. Although I would like the RC300 to be down there as well, but I don't have one. So I feel that I need to start practicing this stuff as though I were doing it live, with everything around me the way that it's going to be, so I can get used to that. So I'm going to get stuck into these pedals and get them attached down to their respective boards, because it's going to be plural. I'm pretty sure it's going to be plural. I'm going to make some sense of this mess of wires I have down here. Slight issue is that when I'm doing this live, I'm going to need some kind of stand for the keyboard and iTrack dock with the iPad in it and the little mixing desk. And I don't have such a thing right now, but well, I'm gonna get set up as though we're doing it live as best as I possibly can, and let's see where we go from there.